we thought about making it live at some point so people can like follow along, because I have like a Jeopardy game where I can pull up like a screen share and share like the Jeopardy board with them. So we'll see.
That's probably the correct way to do.
We assume we might not be super smooth, so we might need to edit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we had Rich Rebar on the pod a week and a half ago or so, and like we were recording, and like we were terrible. Like Dan and I were just nervous, and like we were like shit in the bed, and like Rich is like, "This isn't live, right?" Like, no, it's not live.
You're nervous because of Rich, or
yeah. It's Rich Rebar, man.
I know he's a stud. I felt that way kind of when Waldman was on a little bit. Like, who am I? Like, why am I talking? Why are you even talking to me?
Yeah, and he followed me like a week after Thorman followed me, and I have like 10 followers. So
you have way more than I do.
I would say the one that got me was when Sigmund Bloom DM'd me the other day about doing one of the eliminators. I was like, "Holy shit, that's amazing!" That one took me. That one got me. No, Nathan too. When Nathan DM'd me to do it, and Matt, but no, when Bloom did it, I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy."
Yeah, man.
I'm just glad Nathan followed me back at some point because he doesn't follow anyone.
I will say it took me a while to get Nathan's follow, and I'm like, son of a bitch, how am I supposed to make trade? Like,
yeah, no, I think it was solely because I wanted to trade with you in pigs. That's probably what it was that I followed you.
Yeah, that's totally it. It has nothing to do with you tweeting.
All right, I'm ready to go whenever, John.
All right, fire away, Matt.
Are we recording already? Oh, we are.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the first episode of the Dynasty Game Night podcast. I'm your host, Matt Price. You may know me from DLF and the DLF Dynasty podcast. And I have a co-host here, but he's actually going to be competing tonight. So we'll bring him here in just a minute. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about this show, how it came about, and what we're going to do. Basically, just what the title says. We're going to play games on this show. One day in a league chat, I made a comment like, hey, someone should do an all-game show podcast for a Dynasty show. And then John said, hey, you should do that. And I was like, no, I don't really want to. I don't have the time. And then he bugged me about it again a little bit later and said, hey, how about we do this show? And I said, well, if you can help me with it, then let's try to make it happen. So we brainstormed a few games, and we're going to see what happens tonight. So I'm going to bring on John Bosch right now. You guys know him from the Fantasy Insanity podcast. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Matt. Thanks for taking this journey with me. I think we're going to have fun. I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts. The best part are the games. I love the information you get, but I listen mostly for entertainment. So, we're just going to play a whole show of games. Why not?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a gaming nerd. I play a lot of board games. I still play video games like I did when I was 13 years old. So I'm still a bit of a kid and just love the games. And I know you play online Risk and stuff too. So should be a lot of fun. And we have two guests tonight for our first episode that also enjoy playing games. We have Mr. Dan Sanio and Nathan Powell from the Tradecast podcast that you can find on Rotoviz. To start with Dan, how you doing tonight? Who are you? Where can we find your work? Got anything to plug? Any of that stuff?
Well, I am doing very well. You can find me on Twitter at FFDynastyDan. The little bit of work I do, you'll find on DLF, occasionally on RotoViz, but it's pretty much exclusively the podcast right now. Summer's a busy time for me, but hopefully in the off season, a little bit more for the golf course, at least, because I'm a golf professional. For those of you that don't know, really, really awesome gig. I don't just golf all the time, but yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and if you ever want Super Bowl tickets, just message Dan on Twitter. You can find him again at FF Dynasty Dan. Nathan, how are you doing tonight, man? You got anything you like to plug tonight?
Well, I can't plug them specifically on the podcast, what I want to plug, but I can talk about myself. I am on Twitter at NPowellFF. And, like Dan, I do mostly the podcast, do the occasional writing at DLF, Rotoballer, and RotoViz. But I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second. So, games and on podcasts on Dynasty, where'd you guys get such an idea?
That's what I said. Every podcast that plays games, the games are the best part. So we're not going to do any of the other stuff. We're just going to play games.
Okay, but where did all those other podcasts get that idea? Who's the real question?
Are you the first person to ever play a game on a podcast?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes, we are the first podcast in Dynasty history
my bad,
to do a podcast each week. Some podcasts do games occasionally. We've done one every single week our entire life of our podcast. So.
Well, maybe you guys should have. Yeah. Well, Nathan, you have an open invite to come on and play games with us anytime you want. And I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit every time. I'll give you credit every time. All right.
Nathan's claiming OG Dynasty games right now. I mean, we're up there because we do it every week, but OG Dynasty games is a little bit of a reach.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the show a little bit here. The format is we're going to play 2 or 3 games every week. And basically each game will have a winner, and hopefully at the end of the show somebody will have won the most number of games, and they'll be declared the best Dynasty champion of the world for at least 1 week until we go to find another winner the following episode. So the first game we're actually going to play tonight is a game that I started off calling ADP Auction. Dan had a much better name for it. He decided to call it ADP Bullshit. So basically we're going to call bullshit on each other in terms of how much we know about ADP. So the way this game works is that the contestants will be given an ADP range, a position, and then the number of players at that position that are found within that range. And then they're going to bid on the number of players in that range that they can name correctly. So for example, I could say between picks 1 and 21, there are 15 wide receivers. And then these guys are going to have to bid on how many they can get out of that 15 wide receivers. And then when somebody decides that the person in front of them bid too high and they don't think they can get it, they're going to call bullshit, and that person will have to name the number that they bid. If they correctly name the correct number, then they get the point, and if they don't, then the challenger gets the point. So let's give it a shot. We'll start with our guest here, Nathan, since he's the OG. He'll go number 1 for podcast games. And the first, actually, I'm going to give you a choice, Nathan, to pick the position. So we're going to have one of these for each of the 4 major positions: quarterback, wide receiver, running back, and tight end. Which position would you like to start with?
Give me running back.
Running back. So I pulled up 9 running backs between pick 40 and pick 70 overall. And if that helps you better to think about in terms of draft in a 12-team draft, that would be 404 to 610. So there are 9 within that range. How many of that 9 do you think you can name?
4.
We'll go to Dan. You think you can name more than 4? Or do you want to call bullshit?
I think I can name 5.
All right, John.
I'm gonna let Dan go for it to see what happens. I think it's gonna be hard if your first one's wrong, it's gonna put you in a tough spot. So I want to let somebody else be wrong first.
All right, Dan, name those 5.
What was just really quick? What was the range again?
40 to 70 pick overall, or 404 to 610 in a 12-team draft.
All right.
The 4th through 6th round, basically.
That seems like.
Oh, and this is based on July ADP, so none of these guys have this information yet, as far as they know, because it's not yet released. Thanks, Ryan McDowell.
I've got Ryan McDowell on the other line, actually, so I'm going to wait for him to come through with the answers. No.
There's no phone a friend. There's no phone a friend option yet.
Oh, dang it!
Yeah.
I'm going to start with DeMarco Murray.
Correct.
Okay. Lamar Miller.
Correct.
Okay, let's find a wall here. Oh, Isaiah Crowell, because he's been rising like crazy.
Isaiah Crowell is correct. That's 3. You need 2 more.
Jesus. Okay. You can cut all these ums out. God, who's up there? It can't be Dalvin. That's. Ooh, Derrick Henry and DeMarco are pretty close. I'm gonna say Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is correct. That's 4. You need 1 more, Dan.
Okay. Well, I think he's probably outside of this range, but I think maybe one of the mocks I moved him up into the range. I'm going to say Amir Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah just makes the list. That's 5 right. Dan gets the point. So here's the running back.
I can name the rest. Can I name the rest?
Let's give it a shot. There's no bonus points, but you can do it just to feel good about yourself.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon is incorrect.
The one that I was going to say, but I really wasn't sure, and I'm guessing he's ahead of Amir Abdullah, is Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde is also correct. So Dan is killing this. You guys want to know the rest? We have Dalvin Cook at pick 41. You said Crowell was at 45. Lamar Miller was at 48. DeMarco Murray was 49. Derrick Henry was basically back-to-back with him at 49. Carlos Hyde at 55. Ty Montgomery at 59. and Tevin Coleman at 64, and of course Amir Abdullah at 68. So Dan gets the point. I should probably have something to write down who won this.
Don't worry, we'll remember.
All right, Dan took the running back category down. So Dan, as the winner of that point, you get to pick the next position, and we'll start off bidding, and we'll go in reverse order this time. So we'll go from Dan to John to Nathan after that.
All right, well, we'll start with something that I definitely won't get right, with quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks. So for quarterbacks, I picked 8 of them, and they fall between picks 100 and 150 overall, or in a 12-team league, 904 to 1306. So you got a 4-round range there for 8 quarterbacks, Dan. How many of those 8 can you name?
2.
How about you, John?
I'll go to 3.
I'll go 5 and end it because you guys aren't gonna bid.
Yeah,
says
no way.
5.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, Dan says. All right, Nathan.
Do we
name 5
have a screen share on Nathan right now?
All right, here we go.
What's he looking at over there?
904 to 13 something, right?
Yeah, mid-9th to mid-13th, basically.
Okay, Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton is incorrect.
I'm terrible.
Dan gets the second point.
Damn it.
What is Andy Dalton's ADP? Jeez, he's a bargain.
I don't even know.
It's going to be way after that. It's going to be way after that.
I need to go buy some Andy Dalton.
I'd have to look it up. I don't have it open right now. Does anybody want to take a stab at some of these, Dan? Or no? Just read them off to you.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is correct.
Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford is correct.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers is incorrect.
Oh, outside of it.
That would have been my next after Dalton was Rivers.
So. John, you want to take a stab at any of these?
What are we at? Matt Ryan and
Matthew Stafford. There are 6 left.
So Matt Ryan, Stafford.
Ryan was at 110 and Stafford was at 132. So there was a pretty big gap there.
Let's think here.
I got 2 more.
Where's Eli? And is Eli in there?
No. He should be way behind that.
Dan, you got any more?
Brady and Breeze are definitely in that range. So if
Brady and Breeze are both correct. Brady is 108 and Breeze is at 103.
Is Tyrod Taylor's got to be pretty close.
Tyrod Taylor is the last one on the list at 142.
Is that everybody, or do we have a couple left?
We have 1, 2, 3 left. We have one at the very start of the range, ahead of Breeze, and then one kind of in the middle, and then another one at the end.
Breeze. Is Cam down that far? No,
Nope.
He can't be down that far. Nathan, you got anybody? Dak, maybe? Is Dak in there?
Dak is on there. He's the one that was at 106.
All right, I'm buying Dak and Andy Dalton right after this podcast.
The other ones were Kirk Cousin at 101. He was ahead of Breeze, and then at the end we had Carson Wentz at 138.5.
Sell.
Yeah. So Dan, 2 points. You really kind of won this game unless somebody wins the next 2. But we'll start with you again. You got wide receiver and tight end. Where do you want to go
Nathan,
from here?
if one of us gets it, the other one has to throw the next one. So
Hey, come on now. None of that business up in here. Let's go. Let's save the best for last. Let's go with tight ends this round.
All right. I have 7 tight ends from 99 to 150 overall. That's again about the mid 9th to the mid 13th round. There are 7 of them. How many of these 7 tight ends can you name?
All right. Can you give me that range just one more time?
99 to 150, or in a 12-team league, that's 903 to 1306.
I'm going to start off with 2 again.
Well, you got to get the first one right, so let's start with that one.
I'll guess 3. I can't let Dan have a free shot at it.
3 of them. Nathan, you got more than 3, and there's 7 total.
Nah.
God
John can do it.
Bullshit, John.
All right.
Name 3 tight ends from pick 99 to 150 or 903 to 1306 in a 12-team league.
A tight end you could get in the 9th round. All these mocks they do are just like single tight end, nothing special, right?
These are all just standard PPR regular 12-team leagues.
All right. Now I'm just gonna say for a while.
You're editing this episode, so that's all you.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I should have hosted this first one. Let's see here. Let's go. God, I don't do drafts. That's the problem. All I do is auctions. I should have thought about this for a little bit. Let's see. Where's like Evan Ingram go in a draft?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah,
that's incorrect.
That is incorrect. All right.
Like, do people take tight ends later or earlier? I don't even know.
Well, that's why I picked that range, because people select a lot of tight ends in the 9th to 13th round. 7 of them, in fact. Anybody got any guesses here, or do you want to move on?
All right, no, I've got some guesses.
I know I can give you some.
We'll go to Nathan first. What do you got?
All right, let's go with Cameron Brate.
Incorrect.
Jesus.
Is that 3 strikes, David? I think that means you're out.
Yeah, so much for being OG games. Good lord.
All right, Dan, sweep the category. You might as well.
Eric
Give me
Ebron.
3. Eric Ebron is correct.
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz is correct.
Oh.
Now I struggle. My boy Kyle Rudolph's got to be in there.
Kyle Rudolph is correct. You've named the top 3. So 98, 100, and 102 were those 3. And we've got 4 left that come after 102. There is a big gap between Ertz and the next guy. If that helps.
God, that's like right where it all falls off for me. Jack Doyle?
Correct. That's 4.
Holy
That's
Jesus.
4 correct. You got 3 left.
I don't know any. The Ageless Wonder, Delaney Walker.
That is correct. That's the final one in the list. He's at 130.5. There's another one that's. Oh, you said Doyle, right? So that's you got the two latest ones. There's 2 in the exact middle.
Just for reference, so everybody doesn't think like I'm I'm cheating or something. I spend a lot of my days staring at the ADP charts.
Yep.
Apparently.
Because I like to use it for market, just kind of when I make trade offers, I kind of look at things and see where people fall. So this isn't.
I have to look at the shows all the time. So that's another reason why I wanted you guys to play this game and not me, because I feel like I would have done really well.
I do want to bring up. I got the point there because
You do have the point. You do have the point. It's 2, Dan, 1. We can move on from here. The 2 that you're missing are Martellus Bennett at pick 120 and Austin Hooper at 126.7. So you got the rest of them, Dan. So you're pretty much killing it, but you did not get the point on this one. But we got our last category here, and Nathan got it by calling out John. So Nathan, we have 12 wide receivers between picks 50 and 75 overall. That's 502 to 703. So basically,
oh my goodness,
5th round to the 7th round, there are 12 wide receivers. How many out of 12 can you name?
1.
1. Save that for the Price is Right episode.
I'll say 3.
Dan makes it 3. John, you got 9 left to grab here if you think you get more than 3.
What's the range?
Take 50 to 75, or 5. Basically, the 5th round through the 7th round, or through the 5th and 6th round and early 7th, basically.
5th to 6th, and I have to get 4 if I say 4.
Right.
5th
Yes.
to 6th.
Correct. I think Dan's the only one to get any right yet, isn't he?
Yeah, and if I
Like,
if I
any
don't
single
like,
one,
if I
you
don't
guys got to
say-
like get 1.
If I don't say 4, he gets the chance, and I'm sure he's going to get 3 the way
He
he's
is going to get 3, and that means he takes the game.
Oh, but if I get it wrong, I could say like 9. Nathan could call bullshit on me, and then Nathan ties Dan without getting anything right.
That's true, but the rule at the end of this,
that's pretty bad.
and also the rule at the end of this game is it's the host's discretion who is the best performer, and obviously I'm giving that to Dan,
I already won,
especially if
then.
you just
Yeah,
can't hear.
I think that point's already been awarded. Sure, I'll say 4. Why not?
All right, we got 4. Nathan, you gonna go to 5?
To prove myself that I am the true winner,
Do it, Nathan.
I will go 5.
Oh man,
I mean, that seems like an easy point, but I kind of want to
5
try
out
to
of
name
12.
6. No, you know what, Nathan, name them. That's
he
BS.
hasn't got a single
Name 'em.
one right yet, Dan. So it's probably a good bet.
Yeah, name them, Nathan.
Name 5 wide receivers for me between picks 50 and 75.
All right. I know the hate train has gotten started, but I know this isn't going to get me out. Or maybe it will. Mike Williams.
What'd you say?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams is correct. Comes in at
Yes!
4.5. You got one, buddy. 4 more.
4 more. Here we go. Let's go with.
You should
Slow rolling us
For
here.
those of you listening at home, Nathan's face looks like he's sitting on the toilet.
between 50 and 75, correct?
That's right. We're going to call clock here pretty soon.
All right, we're going to call clock.
I
And
like
so
An 8-hour clock.
I'll go with
an 8-hour
Clock. This is a 27-hour show. All right, Nathan. I need one. I need 4 more.
I know. I'm coming. I mean, it's going to get me out, but I'm going to say Parker.
Devontae Parker, that is correct. He comes in right before Mike Williams at 54 overall.
Wow, Nathan. 3 more, buddy.
3
more. Here we go. Let's go with Jordy Nelson.
No way.
That's too high.
Jordy Nelson is incorrect. So John gets the point.
It's Cobb. Cobb's in there, though, right?
Cobb is in there
think
at the
Dan
very
got
end
that
at 70th overall. Yep.
I believe
Dan, you want to take? You got any
points.
more? You want to take a stab at any more here before we move on? But you're the winner. Dan is the winner of this game. But let's see if we can clear this category because that's all we care about in Dynasty is wide receivers, right?
50 to 75.
50 to 75.
Crabtree.
Crabtree is correct. Comes in at 49.5.
Tyreek's a fringe. I'm going to say Tyreek.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Too hot, too low.
He moved up a bunch?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can keep going. John, do you have any?
First one that I thought in that range might have been like somebody like Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders is correct. 67.7. Yep. Well, I'll go ahead and name the rest of them. Golden Tate's in there as well. Will Need at 51.5. Josh Doctson at 65.3 between Mike Williams and Emmanuel Sanders. And Kelvin Benjamin, 67.3. And, of course, Randall Cobb, I think somebody said at 70 overall.
Hey,
So
Matt,
that was yeah.
Matt, you want to go back and read that list again? Your microphone went crazy.
Oh, was I talking away from the mic?
It was just choppy.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Dalvin, so where was I? Wide receivers. Golden Tate at 49.5. Willie Snead at 51.5. Josh Doctson at 65.3. And Kelvin Benjamin at 67.3 were the ones you guys did not get. So Dan is the winner of that game. Let's move on to game 2. This game is called Even Steven. This game is a trade-based game. Since we have the TradeCast guys on, I thought we could give this a shot. I have no idea how it's going to go. But the goal of this game is to either buy or sell a player by making an offer that comes closest to their value in DynastyTradeCalculator.com's trade calculator. So we're going to give this a shot. I have a list of players here, and you guys will each have the same player to start with. You guys will each make an offer, and whoever gets the closest wins the point for the round. So whoever gets to 3 first wins this game. All right, so let's see. Dan won this game, so he gets to go first. The first player is Tyler Eifert.
Oh, Tyler Eifert.
What would first of all, are you buying or selling Tyler Eifert, and what would the offer be that you would make for Tyler Eifert?
Eifert's a guy I flip-flop on a lot, and Nathan can attest to this from one of our leagues where I think we've traded it back and forth 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Eifert, you know what? I think I'm in a buying mood right now.
Okay.
I'm going to offer 107 in this year's draft.
Just the 107?
Just the 107.
All right. And how about you, Nathan? We'll go to you next.
I'm going to offer a trade that was executed in a league between Matthew Price and Nathan Powell. I'm going to offer Cameron Brate in a mid-2018 first for Tyler Eifert.
Cameron Brate and a mid-18 first. All right, John.
It actually seems like it's pretty close.
All right. So I can offer. So Dan offered the 107. This is I like getting to go last here. That's kind of nice.
Advantage.
So, that is a home field advantage. There it is. Well, I'll go with the 107, but I'll add. Can I add like a 3rd round pick to it?
What for 2018 or what?
Yeah, sure. 2018 3rd. I only want to be a hair above Dan.
All right. Well, I didn't say.
bust.
I guess we're not doing this in terms. I guess we're not doing this as Price is Right, or I didn't say that anyway. But you all 3 are over. However, Nathan Powell is the closest. According to the Dynasty Trade Calculator, Tyler Eifert has a value of 11.9. Brate and a mid-first combined for 12.2. So pretty much right on the dot there, Nathan. The 107 is worth 15 points according to the trade calculator. So that is that's overpaying, I guess. And then John, you were obviously the farthest away since you add a little bit of sugar on top of that. So Nathan gets the point for round one. Nice work.
Congrats, Nathan. You are an OG trader.
And that's
I will give you that.
And that's a trade we actually made. So that's pretty awesome. I don't remember which league it is now, but I remember.
Never ends.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I tried to deal them to you in WOT too, but it didn't work out. Freaking Russ. All right, so the next guy, we'll start with Nathan here since he won that point. This player will be another one of Nathan's guys here, Sammy Watkins. What are you buying or selling, Sammy Watkins? I guess I didn't even ask the other two. Are they buying or selling Eifert? That was really bad. But Nathan, are you buying or selling Watkins here? And then what kind of offer would you make?
I'm buying Eifert.
No, we're on Watkins now.
Well, I know. I'm just letting you guys know.
You're recapping.
I'm buying Eifert. And as far as Sammy Watkins, I'm also buying. And does the calculator do Superflex or is it just straight one?
It's only straight one quarterback, yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Then for Sammy Watkins, I am going to offer Tom Brady the 107 and a 2018 second.
This thing just crashed, so hold on a second. Probably edit that part out, John.
It did not like Nathan's offer.
All right, Sammy Watkins, and the offer was Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, the 107, and a 2018 second.
And a 2018 second. All right. How about we'll go back to Dan here.
Oh, you're gonna go last again. Awesome.
Unless you want to go here. Actually, that's true.
No, that's fine. He was furthest off before, so might as well let him keep going.
That makes sense. It didn't help him so much. So.
All right. I'm also buying. I think he's finally hit the point where everyone's just sick of it. So let's buy. I'm going to offer Jarvis Landry and an early 2018 second.
We're just going to say random 2018 second because that's all.
Sure.
That's the only option I got there. All right. How about you, John?
I'm also buying. I think I've bought him several times this offseason, actually. I will offer Tyrell Williams and the 108.
That should crash the server.
Tyrell Williams and the 1.08. All right. Well, the good news is, or I guess the bad news is that Nathan won this again. The good news is you guys are all under on this one. So Nathan took this down. He has a combined value. Sammy Watkins has a value of 29.6. Tom Brady has a 6.7. The 1.07 has a value of 15, and a 2018 second has a value of 4.0. So Nathan's got 25.7. That's only 4 below Watkins. Landry was 19.2, and the second again was a 4.0, so 23.2. And then Tyrell, it's pretty close. And then Tyrell Williams 7.2, and the 108 is worth 13, so 20.2. So John coming in farthest away again, buddy.
No wonder we can never make trades, John.
That's funny. Okay, so that's 2 points for Nathan. One more point for him, and he takes this round.
Congrats, Nathan. I'm proud of you.
All right, I'm gonna let you pick a position here, Nathan. Since we got one left here for you to win. I have basically every position you want. So
let's stick to wide receiver.
Stick to wide receiver. Okay, we're gonna go with a guy that some people are confused about, Devontae Adams. Are you buying or selling? And then what's your offer?
If I were to say hold here, it would be the answer, but yeah. I think I'm selling. If I were to have to, I'm definitely not buying. I know that much because I feel like he's going in that 104, 105 price range. In terms of trade. So I'd much rather have the pick in that situation. So, but in this scenario, I'm offering what my best offer I would make / what I think is closest to the calculator.
Yeah, the fairest or closest to the calculator.
All right. I am going to offer
something you would sell for.
Yes, so something I'd sell Devontae Adams for. Yeah. All right, let's go with I'd sell Devontae Adams for O.J. Howard and a 2018 second.
O.J. Howard and a 2018 second. All right, we'll go to John this time.
I'm gonna just go with one shot. The 105.
105. All right, and Dan.
I was gonna kind of say something similar to that. I'm probably holding Davante Adams as well, and I don't think it's a bad time to buy, but I think it's probably a better time to sell. I think he's probably pretty close to being correctly valued. Some people way overvalue him, but to get back to the game, I'm going to offer Jordy Nelson. And let's throw in another a 2018 second again.
Jordy Nelson and a 2018 second. All right, these were actually the best so far. So we have John coming in with an overbid. Last at 105 is worth 20 points. Davante Adams is worth 16.4 points. So John's offer of 105 is at 20, 3.6 over. We have Dan coming in at 11.8 for Jordy Nelson and 4.0 for 15.8 total, so only 0.6 off. However, Nathan Powell takes this one again with a total value of 16 out of 16.4. OJ Howard is worth 12, and the 2018 second again is worth 4. So 16 to.
Can we backtrack there a second? Did you just say that OJ Howard is worth more than Jordy Nelson?
That by 0.2. That is correct.
Makes sense.
So I'm curious, does the trade calculator have players in there or rookies in there, like Mike Williams?
It does have rookies in there.
Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
Again,
this calculator is certainly. Sorry, what was that, John?
I'm curious. What are Dalvin Cook and Mike Williams
value? I'm not going to tell you that yet until we are done with this game, aren't we? Nathan took it down 3-0.
Swept it. No big deal.
Yeah.
You were great in the last game.
Worst to first, just like his dynasty teams, right?
Worst to worst.
Worst to worst. Dalvin Cook is at 19.9, so just right on. So 0.1 less than the 105, apparently. Basically the same as the 105. But yeah, so I mean, trade calculators.
I should have given the pick a name, and then I would have been a little better off. All right, I'm learning.
But guys, trade calculators are fun to play around with. Sometimes they're good for playing around to figure out with trades, but they're certainly not the be all end all of everything. And the DTC guys, they say so right on their trade calculator that you still have to make your own decisions, and there are other decisions made, based on roster construction and all that. So fun exercise, but maybe we don't agree necessarily with all of the values.
Except for I won, so it's not.
Except for Nathan won, so he must be a big fan. He's going to go right now, actually, to dynastytradecalculator.com and click that big donate button and give him a few bucks. Or maybe he already did. That's why he took this one.
Whoever wants to hold Davante Adams in pigs, feel free. I have him on my team. I will.
No, that was really good. That was really good.
Nathan. Send me an offer, John.
I think I paid like 180 for him, so that would be the lowest.
That's an overpay.
Yeah, I think you tried to sell them to me for like 225 or something. So
I think that's probably where I'd actually consider selling him.
All right, so we have one game left. This game is called #fake news. Basically, for this game, I will read an NFL news headline, and contestants will guess if the headline is real or fake. So we'll have some real ones and some fake ones that I wrote. And the first contestant to score 3 correct points will win this game. So we'll throw this out here. There's going to be a little bit of gamesmanship, obviously, and once we get into the scoring, obviously you're going to pick the opposite of somebody that maybe is ahead or something. So, but let's get into it. We'll start with this headline that I may or may not have read in the last couple of days. Players, this comes to us from, actually, I'm not going to tell you that. I already ruined that, didn't I? So never mind. We're not going to use that one.
Real.
This one was real. This one was real. Yeah, or will we? This one may or may not be real. We're actually going to switch it around so you don't know if that's the right one. This one is called.
What's the source on this one?
I'm not going to tell you the source anymore because then it'll. Yeah, you're not going to give me a second time. Anyway, this one is said. Just the headline for this one says more quote Todd friendly ? That's it. More Todd friendly ?
More Todd friendly.
Yeah. Nathan, what do you think? Real or fake? Well, John, you can jump in first.
Sean McVay is more Todd Gurley friendly. So.
All right, so John's going to say real.
I'm saying real.
I'm going fake.
Nathan says fake. How about Dan?
Let's go with real.
Dan.
Real. Dan and John take this one down. That is a real headline, courtesy of NFL.com. More Todd friendly? Question mark. All right.
What was the topic?
Wait, are you to go in depth on what?
No, I didn't read the article. I just read the headline. That was it. More Todd friendly. I assumed it was a fluff piece about Todd Gurley being, going to be a bounce back. So that's all you get is the headline. I bet you will. All right, let's go with another one here. We're going to go with players invest in 12-year-old girls lemonade company. Real or fake? It's a time of good news, you guys.
I'm going to say fake.
John says fake.
Fake.
Nathan says
I'm going to say real.
Dan takes this one down. That is a real headline, also found on NFL.com. Players invest in 12-year-old girls lemonade company.
May or may not have seen that headline.
All right. We'll do another one here. Let's see. Eddie Lacy working on hands by catching fish at Pike's Place Market.
That's fake.
Nathan says fake.
That's real.
Dan says real.
Oh, shit. I wanted to say real, but it makes more sense to say fake. I'm going to say fake. I'll say fake.
And you said fake as well? That is all. That is fake. That is correct.
Damn it.
Dan,
I could have sworn I remember seeing something like that.
I thought it sounded pretty, or maybe there is. Maybe you need to check my facts. I don't know. I searched for it. I didn't see it.
You are fake news.
I am hashtag fake news. Okay, so score update. Dan has 2. Nathan and John both have 1 point. All right, we're going to go another one here. This is a bit of a...
John has 2. Nathan's the loser.
2. Oh, did you say real on Todd Friendly?
I did.
All right, I lied. John and Dan both have 2. All right, this is another one here that I may or may not have found somewhere. The underrated deadlines of play-action passing and why the 2017 Miami Dolphins could excel in the play-action passing.
All right, I'm gonna butt in here.
Longest headline ever, but can you read that again?
Hold on. I'm gonna butt in and answer before he clarifies. Okay, the first half of this headline is real. The second half, adding the Dolphins, is your version of saying, okay, Roto World's adding the Dolphins to everything. So the first half's real. The second half is clearly fake.
That's not an option. It is either all real or all fake.
I mean, so it's fake.
But I understand. So you're going to say it's fake?
Yeah.
Right. I actually agree with Nathan on this one. I think it's fake.
Yeah. I'm going fake. That was way too long of a headline.
You would be surprised, but this is actually a real one. No one gets the point. It is literally the underrated deadliness of play-action passing and why the 2017 Miami Dolphins could excel in the play-action game, courtesy of thefinsider.com.
Of course.
I got a size 6 font headline.
Yeah, we're still at 2-2-1. That's a bit of a mouthful. That's what she said. No time, but she did. Peyton Manning liked throwing to Cooper Kupp during his passing camp.
Yeah, that's real.
Nathan says real.
I know that Matt has a Cooper Kupp Twitter alert, so you know that he probably did really read this. I'm gonna go real.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say fake.
What did you say again, Nathan?
Real.
Real. So Nathan and John get the point here for real. That is correct. So Nathan's got 2. Oh, everybody tied up. 2. Oh no, John takes this down. That's 3, right? Am I wrong?
3.
That's right. So John
was embarrassing himself the first 2 games that he had to take this one down, obviously.
I can only actually do well in something that's fake.
For what it's worth, I handed you the game by going fake on that one.
That's maybe true. So we actually do have a tie. All 3 of you guys.
Is that real or fake?
We do have a 3-way tie. You guys each won 1 game. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, but it's host discretion, right?
That's true. It is, and I haven't decided yet. We're actually going to go through the rest of these, I think, unless you guys don't want to. But I have 1, 2.
Let's finish them off.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 left. You guys did better than I thought. Maybe I'm just not good at writing fake headlines. I don't know, or maybe I picked the real ones that are too good. I don't know.
What you should do. Hold on, we can cut this out of the actual recording. But what you should do is you should give us each a headline instead of all of us picking one. So for the tiebreaker, give us each a headline, and whoever gets it right or wrong moves on, and then we can do just like a little mini bracket.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And Matt, in the future, we might have to do like a Survivor notebook where you reveal where everybody holds their answer up at the same time.
Oh, yeah. If we do a live show, that would be great, actually.
Yeah.
But all right, here's this one. Antonio Brown. I can't wait.
Who's this one for?
This is for. Oh, do you want to go to the new way right now?
Yeah.
Well, no, you can do it however. I was just.
No, that's good.
Let's do
it one more time. So I give each of you guys a different one.
Or
and then if you get it wrong, you don't move on to the next bracket.
Yeah, no. So there's 5 left. Okay, let's each do one, and then whoever advances. I'm guessing that at least one of us will be wrong, and then the last 2 will be used on the remaining 2.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so I give you each 3 a different one. We'll go for John. Actually, we'll go for John.
Start with explaining how you're going to do this tiebreaker so I can put that in the recording.
Oh. Wait. Oh, I misunderstood. So this is the tiebreaker for the entire game, not the entire podcast. For the entire podcast, rather. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a 3-way tie, actually. All 3 of our contestants won 1 game. Dan took down the ADP bullshit game, and John took down #fake news, and Nathan, of course, won the trading game, which it's called Even Steven. I don't even know the title of the own game. That's a terrible title. Someone come up with a better one. So we each have each contestant won 1 game. For our tiebreaker, we are going to continue with the fake news segment, and we're going to set this up bracket style. So for the first round, each of our 3 contestants will get one headline. They will be different from the other 2, and if they get it correct, they advance on to the next round, and we will do the same thing until we come up with John here with the first headline. Or real. Antonio Brown. I can't wait for everyone to see what I have planned for Facebook Live this season.
Is this me answering your mic cut out?
Yes, that's you, John.
Okay. Antonio Brown. I can't wait. Oh, God, that seems like a trap one. I'm going to go with real.
Real for that one. You are incorrect. John, you are eliminated from the pod. See you later.
All right.
Log out. See ya.
Okay, so we're going to go. What?
Stump them both. Bring me back.
All right, we're going to go with Nathan here. 80s Bears would have won 4 titles with Jay Cutler.
Yep, that's a real. I know. I mean, I read that headline, so I know it's real.
Okay, so Nathan advances.
I also read that one.
All right, for Dan, we'll go with Calais Campbell. Jacksonville is a much nicer town than Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, boy. Can you really throw a whole city under a bus like that? I don't read much IDP news these days. I'm going to... But why would you just come up with that? I'm gonna say it's real.
That is incorrect. So we already have a winner. Nathan just took down the whole podcast.
Bitch. Worst outcome possible.
Yeah, no kidding. Now we got to hear about this.
You guys decided you wanted the tiebreaker this way. I was just going to give you the game, Dan, but
Oh, I definitely outperformed everybody. There's no doubt about that.
Well, I don't know though. Nathan pretty much dominated the trade game too, so it's pretty close.
But I was a close second every single one of those trades.
That's true. You were. Just for fun, we'll go through these last ones here. The other real one was Justin Pugh. Giants are ready to win tomorrow, courtesy of Giants.com. And actually, that was the last real one. The other fake ones I wrote were Joe Namath says Christian Hackenberg has all the tools necessary to succeed.
Oh, I would have said real on that one for sure.
And then the last one, I'm pretty sure everybody would get this right, but what's Cooter cooking? An inside look at the 2017 Detroit Lions offense.
What's Cooter cooking?
Yo, so I told my lady friend that Jim Bob Cooter, his name was Jim Bob Cooter. She's like, no, that's not a real name.
This is going to get the explicit tag, I guess. All right. Let's. You guys got any final thoughts here? Do you guys have fun? Was this a fun game? Oh, I should announce Nathan. He is now the. What did I word it as? Where did it go? I worded it as
champion forever for
he's declared the Dynasty champion of the world, at least for 1 week until the next episode. So I don't have a belt or a trophy or anything, Nathan, but you're the champion. You can put that on Twitter.
Well, when this podcast is about 170 episodes deep, I'm sure I'll be like a frequent contributor. I'll have like a record of like 8, 4, and 2. So.
Oh no, we're gonna do a
start off. Want to know
every 3 weeks or so. We're gonna do a tournament of champions kind of thing. So like the previous 3 winners come on and set up. Either that or we'll just make a list of the winners, and at some point we'll have a big tournament. So that's definitely in the cards. So you could be the Dynasty champion of champions or something.
Yes, that's my plan.
All right. Well, anybody have any final thoughts here? Otherwise, we're going to get out of here.
No, this is fun, Matt.
You guys want
sat down to do this. I look forward to being in the host chair next week and watching you have to score in the music competition.
I don't know if you guys listen to the Falafel House podcast, but I went on there and played their Family Feud game and just dominated all of them. So it'll be fun next week. I don't know who. Maybe we'll have those guys back on actually and try to give them a chance to redeem themselves. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope it was fun. We have no idea how long or how often this episode. We know how long it's going to be. It's going to be long. If it's this episode is of any consequence, but no, we don't know how often this game show is going to be. Obviously, it would be nice to have it once a week, but I've got the DLF pod. John has his pod. I've got the Zookeeper pod. So we're shooting for every couple of weeks. Maybe in the season we'll do a little bit more frequently. But if it's fun, reach out to us. Let us know you like it and listen. And it's not on anywhere yet, so don't subscribe or like or review anywhere because it doesn't exist anywhere yet. But
by the time you're listening to it, it will be places.
Yeah. So, but anyway, follow. Yeah, but let's just plug again here real quick. Follow Dan Sanio at FF Dynasty Dan. Follow Nathan Powell at NPowellFF. Please listen to the Dynasty Tradecast on the RotoViz Network, and you can find our other contestant here and co-host John Bosch at Empire FFL, and you can find me, of course, at MPricer. And have a good couple of weeks, everybody. All right.
All righty.
Well, that was pretty fun.